Hey, what up, y'all? Man, first off, I have been sick all week since like last Thursday night, Friday morning. Oh man, I have felt crazy. I might not even talk. I might not get as hype as I usually get. That's probably a good thing. But I have been sick. So I'm gonna do my social media stuff and I'm gonna talk about all the things and stuff. But while I'm doing all of that, don't forget, my Milwaukee people, we are having SableCon November 16th at the MSOE Kern Center. Mm. It is going to be fun. I got some stand-up comedians set up and everything. Hopefully my daughter or nobody ain't came in here and messed with my audio and everything. I checked it, everything is good, but I step out the room for about 5 minutes, that baby will come in here and mess with everything. Let's see. Let's see. Let me do my social media stuff. But yeah, man, I have been sick. And random thought while I'm doing all of this. SableCon, AkachiComics.com /SableCon. Check out our manga and stuff too. But I was thinking about something, and I have to say that when it comes to he- heroes and things of that nature and stuff, I'm gonna tell you that I have to say that let me see. Is this it? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, so I did that and all this. Share, do all that good stuff and everything. But I'm gonna have to say that I was thinking about it. I was like, do you realize how much it would take to be Iron Man and Batman and people like that? Like the amount of stuff it takes to be those people. And I made a post on Facebook talking about how blurs can understand all this stuff about these heroes, but they can't understand how to write a story to where slavery wouldn't happen or if it's done away with or somebody stopped it or whatever the case may be. And one of the things I also thought about with that was like they'll look at people like Batman and suspend belief for how Batman and Iron Man and stuff do what they do. Let me tell you something. There's no way on God's green earth them people are doing all the things they're doing by themselves. And if anything, those are some trifling individuals. And maybe it's for a good cause, but the comics have showed that a lot of things have it like it's kind of messed up to think about that Batman because there's no way that running in the Batcave, repairing the Batjet, repairing the Batmobile, creating all this stuff, he could do it by himself, right? There's no way he could do it by himself. And we know that he owns companies and stuff, engineering companies, just like Tony. They own engineering and different companies and stuff. So they have a bunch of people working on these things. But the wild thing is we hardly ever see these people. So you just got people secretly working on a bunch of stuff and they don't know where it goes. And then you pop out using it. And then the worst thing about Batman is like you use this stuff and then you're fighting people that kill some of the people that you work for. But then you refuse to kill these people because of your code. The cycle just keeps going on and on. But that's not what I'm really talking about. Um, God, I still feel a little sick. I still feel like I'm like, I took COVID tests and supposedly there was no COVID at all. And I'm like, you a daggone lie. But they say that ain't it says that's not the case. But I'm like, man, something is going on because I feel crazy. But my main goal is I'm gonna play some stuff later on. But I wanted to talk about this. I seen this video and I'm going to play it. So fair use, all that good stuff. This ain't my video. I don't own it. I'm not trying to pass this off as mine. Just commentary on what's being said. And they're talking about the video is covered up, but it's called Our Comics Too Woke by the Comic Pals. And my thing is, I'm like, okay, all that's well and good. Why is the black one back over there white? anyway, anyway, um, And I wanted to talk about this because I feel like a lot of times when this conversation is had, I feel like it's a little disingenuous. So it's a little disingenuous. And I'm gonna try not to go through all of it. There's a few things I want to kind of point out and stuff and talk about. And because I watch, like, I'm on YouTube a lot more lately, and um and I can't directly. I'm not going to get in the comments and do too much and just start ranting and raving too much in the comments and stuff. But I would definitely. I'm always open to talk to people when it comes to certain things. But since I can't talk to them, I got to talk about what was said. Um, so this is something that's always going to be, and it's always going to happen. And first off, when it comes to a lot of these things with the woke stuff and everything, I feel like um me personally, this is me. I'm gonna try my best to really reiterate throughout this that this is me. This isn't everybody. This ain't what everybody thought, and this is for everybody. And we. This is just my notions and my thoughts that I've come up with myself and what I've seen. Uh, but I feel like that when a lot of this, I want everybody. First off, I want everybody to succeed. I don't really care about these stupid sides that everybody pick. Liberal, conservative, this, that, da, 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 da. So a lot of that becomes some goofy mess after a while to me. It's because I want everybody to win. For me, when I step in, because it's like, hey, you like what you like, and that's fine with me. I don't like it, that's fine. But it becomes a problem when people start being a little disingenuous about why things are being said and what's happening, no matter what the side the person is on. And so I see this all. There's a cat across the way in my backyard area. This motherfucker was looking me right in my face, and I was looking at him. I got to get me another cat. But eh, I'll rant while I'm watching it. So we just gonna play through some of it. We're gonna play through some of it. And again, I'm gonna try to skip through and and everything, and I'm gonna be stopping it along the way. It's not full on. I don't plan on playing all of it. I'm gonna I'm gonna stop and be talking some shit. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I do. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start.
Comics are too woke, screams everybody who thinks that the comic book industry is dying due to a variety of factors that are generally all about anti social progress issues or social representation that you can put under the big old banner, the umbrella term that is woke. And this is not a term that I use in my personal life um, to describe actual things, only to refer to a particular mindset. But for the sake of this conversation, I want to treat that completely seriously. You know, we all have our individual opinions about the usage of the term woke. We can dive into that as well because it is a loaded term and it's loaded with garbage. But be that as it may, I want to treat the idea at face value that the Western comics industry is full of people, top to bottom, who put their agendas over the actual quality and craft of the work, whether that's because they want more representation behind the scenes or on the page, or they want the comics to be political and particularly left leaning to appeal to, you know, a certain demographic. Is that something that you guys think is really happening? And do you think that comics express too much of those general ideas? And is that too apparent within the industry?
First off, Sean, I want to commend you for being able to at least define woke.
Okay, so I don't even know who that guy is. Oh man, that's wild. I'm gonna have to go find that guy because I don't know who in the world that is. But Shit is funny as hell to me. Over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I got see. So I look like that, saying that I got a hot mouth. Oh, okay. I ain't mad at that. I am a sexy motherfucker, but I wouldn't just come up and say that to anybody. But to start off, I'm going to say, old boy, black dude with the glasses. For it's a little wild some of the things he's starting off with, and for a dude saying for defining woke, old boy didn't define nothing. That's not. Here's the thing. Woke started. Woke started was always in the black community. Oh, it was always a thing that black folks said. So and it became kind of a joke to like certain black people. It was like, "Don't sleep, my brother." See, they got you sleeping. See, you're not awake to the. You don't realize the lies that you were told. It was always a thing where black people are like, "Yo, this stuff is going on. Don't sleep." That's why even in the beginning, like when hip hop, like 80s and 90s, you hear people say, "Don't sleep." Don't sleep, don't sleep. And then don't sleep kind of transitioned. And they would always say it. So some people would be like, be woke and realize what's going on. Be woke to what's happening around you. Woke, and they try to act like being woke doesn't, like, now that the mainstream and everybody else got it. It's become something else. But woke was always a thing where you're doing this to black people, and these things are happening all around us, but you don't see what's happening. You don't see what's happening because you're sleeping. So wake up, see what's going on. So so when you, like, if you go through hip hop and even those old black um historians and stuff, they would say stuff like don't sleep or keep your eyes open, wake up to what's going on around you. So and then later, I think like in the late 90s and then 2000, mid 2000, black folks started saying um I'm woke to it. I'm woke to that. Oh, I'm woke to that. I'm woke to that. And my eyes are open to what's going on around me. I see what's happening around me. I see that this stuff is happening to black people and it's not happening to other people. I see that this thing happened to this culture, but they don't want you to know what happened to it. So it was always the definition of woke is not all this weird mess that they talking about. The definition of woke is I see the things that you're not showing me. At least again, I'm going to keep telling y'all, this is my understanding of a thing. This is mine. Me. I'm not putting this on all of y'all. This is me, random black dude on the internet that Griffith McLaren said I look like, come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth guy. Random black dude that supposedly looks like that guy, who I don't know who that guy is. So it is what it is. But and I'm just playing, Griffith. I ain't mad at you. I'm just playing with you. It's all good. But it was always a thing where these things are happening, these injustices are happening. They hitting black folks over the head. They're doing running tests on black folks. You can't believe what's being said because the media is always going to be ran by the winners, and black history is being subverted. So I need you to wake up to what's going on. This is what happened to black people. Being woke was understanding that in the Treaty of 1866, freedmen are owed reparations from the five civilized tribes because they owned slavery. So most people would be like, "Oh, I don't know nothing about that. That's not true." Well, wake up and go see what they see you asleep. You don't know what's happening around you, my brother. See, it was one of them things. So when people talk about woke, that's where woke came from. Now it became something else. It became this thing where folks took it and turned it into, and even the so-called whatever folks, like comic pal folks, it's like to say that it's this gibberish and this and this that. Like, nah. And homeboy, like real quick, homeboy will say, let me see if it's about to happen right here. Let me see.
Much better than most people are able to.
Well, without this getting into a whole other matter, it's a word that unfortunately has a lot of relevance to me.
Mm.
That being said, though, what are your thoughts on?
So he says, unfortunately has a lot of relevance to me. So the black person is unfortunate. It's like, no, that's the thing. It's not unfortunate to be awake to what's going on around you when things and forces are happening that are messing you over, right? So the thing that's my understanding of what woke always was. Now it's turned into some other stuff that everybody done kind of took and made into their own thing, and I ain't necessarily with it. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But here's the thing. Old boy says he says people forcing their agenda and okay, real quick. So let's go one more time, a couple more seconds.
I think it's a little malarkey hogwash. Um, like it's so our comics woke is such a unnuanced discussion.
Okay, so here's my thing. So to say that it's a load of malarkey hogwash, like, the Negro in me wouldn't even let me say it correctly. um, to say that it's just a load of mess is a little disingenuous. And the reason why I say it's disingenuous is because homeboy said, black dude with the glasses, he black and Puerto Rican, I believe, something like that. He said that people are writing in their own stuff and like left leaning in the comics and stuff. Now, the first, I'm gonna deal with the left leaning part first, real quick. Actually, no, 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 no. To I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go on. The left leaning part, to me, it's always been both sides. Like it's always been political. So I do agree with people when they're like, it's always been political. It's always been that. It's always been that. From Superman standing up to the KKK to Captain America, like they got right there with America in the background back in the day, busting Hitler over the head and going to fight. Like these things have always been political. And the truth of the matter is, storytelling in general will always be that. Storytelling in general will always be, I'm trying to get you to understand a specific point. I'm trying to get you to understand this specific thing. I want you to see this way. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be about a war, could be about Nazism, could be about LGBT stuff, could be about black stuff, could be about white European stuff, could be about Asian stories. All of these stories that have been told over time are usually for the reason, or are usually a reason to tell somebody, tell a person. I'm trying to be a little bit more concise with what I'm trying to say. To tell a person, either like guide a person on the way, tell a person to watch out for what's happening, or to get them to understand a specific point. That's why even in the Bible with like Jesus, a lot of stuff he would tell in parables and he would tell people stories. Like, okay, so there's this guy. He got a lot of money and he met these three dudes and then he gave the money to one dude. That dude goes out, spends the money on hoes and all kind of other stuff. Then there was another dude. He went out. Second dude took the money that the business owner. So business owner gave the first dude, spend it on hoes. Second one, he takes the money. He goes and he says, you know what? I'm going to spend this money on my farm. I'm going to get more stuff. I'm going to do everything with it. All this other mess. And I'm gonna feed families and everything, and blah 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 blah. I'm gonna take that loan and I'm gonna go do this with it. Then the third guy goes off and said, "Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this money and I'll put it in the ground. Yeah. So when he come back, I'm gonna give him that money back. It's gonna be all good." The business owner comes back, say, "Hey, what y'all do with my money? What you do with the stuff I gave you?" And the first guy says, I spent it up, spent it up on hoes and booze and strippers and things. I was partying, man. I lost all of it. I'm like, okay, full of crap. Okay. The other guy, hey, spent it on my farm, fed some families, helped some people. And so, okay, good doing. What is it? That's good work. That's good work. Last dude comes through and he's like, you know, I got something to tell you, man. You're gonna love what I love it. You're gonna love it. Put it in the ground. Say, ain't nobody did nothing like that. I put it in the ground. All that money you gave me, here you go. I gave it right back. Oh, that's a fire idea. Fire, ain't it? Fire. Ain't none of them other motherfuckers did no shit like this. The business owner look at him like, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. You did the worst thing that anybody could have done. What? I got you your money back. I didn't want that. I wanted for you to take it and go do something with it. You sat there and you held on to it. You didn't do nothing with it. You could at least lost it. At least I knew you went out and did something with it. Do something with what you have. Start where you at and take what I gave you, the gifts that I gave you, and use it. And that's what Jesus is trying to tell a person. This story is getting to, hey, God gave you these gifts. God did this and that with you. You need to take what he's given you and go spread that. Go spread the word of Jesus and everything. And get to more people. Don't just hold it, sit in your room, and then act like, oh, I did this stuff, but you're not being an example. Even a bad example is better than not knowing anything, because that bad example you can learn from. People can be like, oh yeah, that business owner gave this person right here this money, but at least they messed it over. I know not to do like this person. But if you just hiding in your room, not saying nothing, then what's the point? And then we know that the other one that fed the family stuff is all good. So what I'm saying is that stories, no matter if they comics, manga, TV, books, passed on through family members, and everything, these stories have always had a point. So when folks say it's too political and stuff like that, I do agree that no, this is part of the game. This is part of the game. Now, for me, again, this is for me. I'm gonna keep saying this. This is me. When it becomes a point where you're seeing too much of a thing, it that's when the issue comes in to me. Uh, you're seeing too much of a thing, and it's like, yo, this where's the balance? Where's the balance? It should be a little bit more balanced than what's going on. So, stories have always been that. Stories have always been to get somebody to a certain side, to get you to understand a certain point, to get you to understand a certain group of people, to warn you about what's to come, to warn you about actions that you take. It's always been that, and it always will be that. So yes, storytellers, not storytellers, not necessarily storytellers, but the stories will always be some sort of political thing, right? They always have some sort of way to tell you about a certain topic or a thing, is to get this point across. That's always going to be what storytelling is. Always. As you can see, I'm still coughing and hacking. I am still very sick. I'm still sick. So yes, now the other thing he said was that people are putting their own spin and stuff on things and such. That now that to say that's just malarkey, hogwash again. Then the Negro in me won't let me say that correctly. It's just I can't malarkey hogwash. Um, to say that that's not what's going on, that's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. To say that these people aren't, and this is any side. Again, this is any side, right? It's whatever. But to say that that's not what's going on, that these people aren't saying, "Hey, let me put my own spin on all of this stuff with characters that have nothing to do with what they're saying," it's like, no, that's true. For whether you can go online and Kickstarter campaigns on a social media and stuff. And again, this is any side, right? This is any side. I'm not particular on anyone. I believe in me and the people that I rock with, the people that we rolling with, that I rock and roll with. Those are people that I'm for, and I'm gonna say what I'm saying for them and stuff. But you can go on campaigns, you can go on different stuff, and you'll see creators talking about, yo, we can't let the left or the right, we can't let these writing these comics get people get away with this, and you need to buy this because I'm telling a story this about LGBT or black this and that, and I grew up this and that, and I'm this and that way, and I lived this type of life, and people are doing this. Like we've seen it for the past few years, and it's not necessarily a problem because that's their marketing and that's what they're doing. But when you lie and tell me that's not what's going on, and I see that happening, and just saying, "Oh no, that's not real," you full of shit. We've seen it all. We've seen it countless amounts of times. We see it consistently happening. So to say that that's not what's going on is wild, and to say that these people aren't putting in their own ideas and putting more of themselves into these characters, when you see a character switching up on who they were one way to being something else, that's disingenuous. And that's kind of like even the most simple, the most like egregious one would be like what with Thelma, with old girl from The Office, Ellie, um doing the thing where she just basically inserts herself into Thelma. She just inserts everything that she wants to be and how she sees into Thelma. And I say that also because Scooby Doo had comics and stuff like that too. And these things happening with these characters, to say that no, that's just hogwash. That's disingenuous. So I can't even trust anything what you saying after that, because we've seen it. They'll say stuff like, "I'm putting in this because this is what I was like, and people need to understand more about." They got all kind of videos of people from Disney and Marvel and stuff saying stuff like this. "I'm putting this in there because this is what I am, and this is, and they need to." So I think on both sides there's a lot of disingenuous mess, and then on the other side it becomes a thing where everything is woke, everything is this and everything, when you don't even know what the definition of woke really is, but y'all done bastardized it and turned it into something else. So it's what y'all saying, but everything ain't that. They talked about what was it, Bendis, and they talk about this a little bit too. But one of the ones off top I remember is like when Brian Michael Bendis, what, 2012, sometime around that time, early mid 2010, 2010, 2012, something like that. Folks were talking about how Miles was woke and this and that and all this other stuff. It's like, yo, and they may have not used the term as much back then, but they were saying the same stuff. So it's like, y- what? Like, just because they made this now, as a black person, me, the type of black person I am, I don't really care for Miles being Spider-Man like that, because I feel like either way it goes, they always in the shadow of this main white character. They're always in that shadow, and it becomes a thing where this black character is connected to this person without, where it's always like you can't have that character without that. And I feel like that's a detriment to black people, because, and they talk about representation, but having a black person always feel like that I have to be in this white person's shadow or something, that I'm like, yo, that's detrimental, because black people have been going through that forever. So yeah, but to say that that's not what's going on, that people aren't putting in their own stuff and putting their own agendas in the comics, is a lie. And it's something that I'm like, y'all, man, y'all tripping to say that um that's not what's going on. But on the other hand, comics have always been political, always, and they always will be, because that's the point of storytelling, no matter what storytelling is. The main issue that I was going to get into also is that the stories aren't good. The two main things to me, the two main things are that the stories aren't good most of the time. They're doing whatever they want to, going back to people inserting their own agendas too much into comics and such. The stories aren't good, and then when it's seen as not good because of what they did, they can blame other people for it not doing well, and then just keep creating. It's that, it's these characters in this story didn't do well because this group didn't like it, and this group kept other people that do like it away from it somehow. Like, it's weird. Like, how does that work? How does that work? So I'm gonna let it play a little bit more, and I might skip up a little bit too.
I say unnuanced in the most unnuanced way. Um, it's it's dog whistling to kind of get people to be like, oh, are you guys against those lib agendas? This is the phrase I'm going to say to then signal you to come, join my discussion and then sell you a product. Um, yeah, I don't even know how to fully talk about it without like, um, yeah, it's weird because then you get into like a really political thing. Somebody else take over because I'm not sure how to direct my frustration with this too well.
All right. So I'll answer my own question. I answer this question in my mind, and I immediately have an image, which is Captain America punching Hitler in the face.
That's
Right.
exactly what I was going to bring up. Yep.
And that's from, whatever, the 40s, the
1940,
30s.
exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't think that that's less political than, for example, there being a black and Spanish Spider-Man. I don't even see that as a political statement, but
Yeah.
people believe that that is. So if you think that that is, then you would have to agree that the other one is certainly more of a political statement and more motivated by a propaganda, right? Like that's pretty in your face. The only reason why Captain America was that character is because we were in the war. That's the only reason. If there's no bigger agenda.
That was literally propaganda. Like,
Okay, so they took same thing. Like I said, comics always political, no matter what side it is, no matter what's going on. The point is the idea is that there's a point that I'm trying to tell you. This is what it is, and I want to talk about this specific thing. That's the point of storytelling. That's the point. But the problem is that a lot of it is real blatant, and there's no balance. And they're focusing more on that point than getting the good story across. Even in creating, we know that every story has a theme, and the theme may be family. The theme may be war is bad, war is good. What do you do in war? That sort of thing. But if it's so blatant and in your face that I'm telling you to go do this, then it's like, okay, that's when this is getting a little weird. And that's what a lot of these people don't talk about. That what's being said in a lot of comics and stuff is so in your face in a lot of media, not just comics, but we talking about comics, that everything is just so in your face that it's hard not to see that you're telling me to go over here and do this. I like Iron Man, and then you're using Iron Man to be pro whatever you want him to be at the time. With and he's directly telling me. It's like in storytelling, they're like, hey, don't be too direct with your people. Don't let your themes just shine through like that, where it's just so direct that people can see it and they're missing the story that's going on. They tell you stuff like this in writing. You go to any writing course, it's like, hey, don't do that. But that's what they're doing now. Where whatever agenda or story, an agenda isn't a bad word. Propaganda ain't even a bad word. None of these things are necessarily bad words. It's just people say these and they ring and like, oh my God. Everybody got an agenda. You got a plan for where you're going to go and how you're going to do things. Propaganda, you have a certain story and a certain thing you want to be said, and you're going to use these words to get that across, to get the person to go do this thing from your daily life to whatever, from you going to get gas or whatever. Um, but uh these people, you can go to any writing book. You can go to a writing book, a writing course, a writing YouTube video, and they'll tell you like you don't need to hammer fist what you're doing to your readers. And that's what's going on in comics. So for them to be like, yo, this ain't real and this ain't happening and this was always political. But it's also a thing where it's being turned inside itself. It's a lot of things that's going on too. It's being turned inside itself onto the American people and stuff. And it's busting you over the head that you have to be this thing. You have to be this way. You have to go along with this. And it's being ham fisted. It's being ham fisted in instead of just telling the story and let it be that and letting it be where, okay, because Captain America was always that. It was like, okay, this is war. Go fight this, blah, 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 blah. Now it's like, there's not even a problem. It's just go do this and you guys need to be this. If Captain America has these issues with, with, the Nazis because Red Skull is a Nazi and he's working with Hitler, but we know Red Skull is like this because him and Cap got beef and stuff, and then there's a reason why he's over there. Like there's these setups and these things in storytelling that matter. But now a lot of it is just, hey, I'm doing this because this is what I believe and this is what you need to do. And it's not even set up correctly. So when we talk about storytelling, and this is coming from a manga and comics writer and a person that has a study storytelling, not just in comics, but everything. If it ain't set up well, ain't nobody worried about that mess. Don't nobody care. Like the story isn't set up well. I recently watched Pearl with the girl. They showing the video with her talking crazy to the dude where it's like, why don't you like me? Man, I don't know. And people have been sharing that lately, and it's funny. But watching the story, it's talking about this happens during World War I with the Spanish flu out and everything. All this stuff is going on. And you see that the mother and Pearl are kind of having these same issues where they're fighting back and forth about taking care of their father that's sick and everything. And one of the things that you see, like one of the things that I felt was being said was like the mother is like, yo, we came to this country, we doing all this stuff, and we living in, we got to go through this war and all this mess, and then I done set my life aside for your father. I wanted to be his wife, not his damn mother. And she said a line like that, and then you going out leaving me hanging and stuff, and you trying to go off and do all this other mess and dance and stuff. But you leaving me hanging, and this ain't something we do. We stick together and we work this and we get this stuff going so that we can keep going and looking out for each other. Now, the way it was set up, and then Pearl is leaving, and Pearl is like, "Yo, I got to go do my thing. I don't want to be this mama. I don't want to be this sitting here doing this. You did that. That's not what I'm trying to do." Now, for me, when I'm listening to it and I'm watching the movie, I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is whatever. And it drives Pearl. Pearl's already a little bit crazy because she was running around killing animals and stuff. I'm not laughing at the animal killing. I'm just laughing at Pearl being crazy. So add that onto the stress of World War I. Her man is gone. And then the Spanish flu stuff. And the mama kept being like, "Oh, you gotta go clean that off. Don't bring that in the house. You gotta go clean this off. You know, clean this off." Same thing with like COVID and everything, right? Now, for me, it would have been I understood, like looking at it, I understood everything that's going on. Now, in comics, with the way some of these people write, it would have been a woman and I don't have to deal with none of this crap. I don't want to live this way. I'm a woman and I don't have to this and that. And these men are terrible and these people are this and this and that. And there was no creativity behind the story that you're telling. That it would have just been ham fisted in. Now, looking at what Pearl was going through about her and her mother, felt for those women. I was like, yo, these men are off. They all fighting this war. These women left to take care of folks. And what the mother said was right. I didn't sign up to be this man's wife. I mean, mother, I signed up to be his wife. And I thought that was good storytelling. And then both of them are trying to deal with helping the father and stuff, and he's just laying there messed up where he can't use nothing. All he could do is breathe a little bit and look. And it's like it's showing the hardship that was going on at that time. And it wasn't ham fisted in that I'm a woman, I don't want to be dealing with this. These men ain't shit. They all fighting wars and this, that. And none of that was said. But you can understand that the women did not like what was going on and happening to them and around them. And I felt for them. And it's like, okay, some of these things when they're just ham fisted, you're just ham fisting them in and you're just throwing them and then you're throwing it in people's face. And it's like, yo, I'm this and this person is that. And this is what's going on. And if you don't this and you should say, yo, there's a more creative way to do this. And the only reason why, and it's like, I feel like that because being being a manga creator, comic writer and stuff like that, animation producer, all that stuff, I got to put all that out there. Um, uh, being all those things and studying because I care about like doing better and stuff. I was never like natural at this stuff. I gotta study and read up on stuff. I'm being told that I have to do these things. Like I'm being told that I have to do this and I have to, and I've talked about this before in other videos. I'm being told that I have to do this. Any creator knows that. They tell you that you got to tell a good story and you got to do this and that. But then these people come out and put out everything, put out any kind of garbage, and then tell the fans that they're wrong when they listen to it, when they look at it, read it, or will listen to it. They tell the fans that they're wrong, and it's like, okay, so what's the point of me? I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to connect with anybody. I could just do it and blame it on it. I can just do it and not be good and then blame it on everybody else. But that's not how that's going to work. So there's this, from a creator standpoint, to me, this is me. This isn't across the board. Every creator and every creator agrees with me. No, them motherfuckers don't agree with shit I do, and I don't care if they do or if they don't. This is where I stand. So I think it's a little disingenuous. That part. And I'm gonna keep using that word a lot because yeah.
I think it's people are conflating politics with identity politics, and that's why Spider-Man, who's something now, it's not the default skin that people expect comic book characters to be. It becomes a political thing because now they're shoving things down our throats, is the phrase that I see everyone use. When it's not even politics at all. That's just somebody looking different. That is somebody being more, just a different person being represented in a.
Can't handle it when they're not represented, and they can't see themselves in another character. That in itself is political.
That's a good point as well. And I mean, like, for me, being a Black Spanish dude myself, I have definitely grown up with most of my media and the characters who I gravitate towards not looking like me. So that is just a part of my life. It's something I'm completely used to. I don't even really hardly think about it. I just enjoy who I like, It's always been sort of funky to me that that same thing that I do is not something that other people seem to be able to do. But I'm not going to get up here and say that the sentiment behind that of if someone says, "Oh, I'm tired of," I don't want Miles Morales to be my Spider-Man. My Spider-Man is Peter Parker. I'm with you. I'm completely with you. My Spider-Man is Peter Parker too. I love Miles. Miles is the shit. Miles is who I hope, if I have kids one day, Miles is who I hope for whom he is for.
Yeah.
And that should be okay.
It's ability to empathize. Because that is somebody's Spider-Man.
People also have this idea that progression should stop when you reach a certain age. Like everything that happened progression wise, Joel Moline woke. Huh?
It's so funny that Marvel's ethos being the world outside your window is woke, is political. It just, you want your superheroes to exist in the real world and exist as close to you as possible.
Okay, so when it comes to that, I feel like when it comes to what's being said right there about the world outside your window and all this stuff, and all of that is cool and all, but it's the way that a lot of them go about it. For me, again, this is me talking. This isn't me saying all of these people, and I'm speaking for this. This is just me, Black dude on the internet talking, Black manga creator. I, as a creator, there's reasons for why these people do these things. Like they have a reason for why they do it. And I'm trying to find the part where they get to manga, but um having a character be black and everything, I don't feel like that's crazy. It's the way that they do it. For me, I don't think that changing a character to black is beneficial. And I've talked about this many a times. I don't see the point in has nothing to do with the actors. This has nothing to do with like a movie. This has nothing to do with the necessarily character. But when these usually white owned creators in books say, "Hey, we're gonna turn this character black," it's stupid. Why? Just give me a new character and or do something and give these other characters that are already black, give them their own stories. So you feel like these other characters don't deserve any shine. They already have built-in stories, they already have built-in backgrounds, put them with them, do whatever the case may be. So if you turn this Spider-Man into a black person, especially the mainline one or whatever, you turn these characters, it's like it's just kind of lazy and cheap. And I understand legacy characters and they hand the mantle down and stuff. And it's like that's not bad. But for me, when there's other black people and characters that you could use, it's just you're not gonna make the story that it was anyway. And and again, this is them talking what they talk. From when I talk to, I hate saying his name wrong. Kevin Grievous, the dude that created Blue Marvel, and it's like he's coming to these people to say, "Hey, I got this new character, Blue Marvel. Okay, we're gonna put him out. We're gonna do this and that." And then he's saying, "Yo, there were certain stories and that I wanted to tell," and his words, and it's like they told me not to tell certain stories, but then they'll let the white person tell the stories that I wanted to tell. They'll let this person tell these other stories, and so I'm like, okay, so what's really going on? So a lot of this comes from at its core, me looking at people like these guys on screen standing up for these corporations and stuff. And I think that always goes it always goes back to that for me. Um because these corporations do folks wrong, especially black creators. And anytime they play the diversity game, it's a lie. Anytime and okay, here was something that I was thinking about too. That whole diversity thing is a daggone lie. Like it is a lie and a joke. And the reason why diversity is a lie and a joke is because it's not about being more diverse people and having these people come in and tell stories. It's not about that. It's about them seeing the cost of a thing and then paying other people less. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. Because if that was the real case, why don't you just pay these people, let them tell the stories with the characters they want and do their thing? No, 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 no. You want to bring these people in, pay them less, and then put the hat on and say, look what we did. We diverse and we love this. Then what they do is they tell these stories, they put them out, and then they put the black person on the story and they do this and that. And then they say, man, look at that didn't do well. So and then that didn't do well. So we shouldn't make that again. There's a problem because it doesn't do well. It just doesn't sell well. And then suddenly it becomes everybody else's fault again. Not that you didn't put the money that you put into everything else. Not that you didn't give the story the correct care that you did everything else. No, it can't be that. It's everybody else's fault. The reason why I say that diversity is a joke, but even in and now I don't know if I really want to follow and look at play too much more. So I've already played like 10 minutes. I don't want to play the whole thing. I want to get to doing some other stuff. But even with like manga and stuff, and people are doing this, hey, this diverse character and this and that, and we got these people and it's the black one and this and that. The reason why people use diversity so much, and we don't got diversity up front, we got it behind the scenes too, is because they're trying to save money. Because they know that you don't have to pay these other people as much. You know what diversity means? It also means going to places like the Philippines and buying and hiring artists and then working with them, but then stealing their IPs. Diversity for these Marvels and these other places is working with these people, getting their stuff, getting them to do their art. Some of them they might have somebody work on a new story, getting them to do everything, getting this one person's style, and then taking it and being like, hey, we'll have somebody else draw it after that. We're going to toss you to the side. Hey, you Filipino people, you guys don't cost too much. Let's do this long story. Then it's, hey, we did the story long enough. You guys want a little bit more money? We can't do that. We can't do that. we're gonna go to India where they're a little bit cheaper, or we're gonna go to this place where it's a little bit cheaper. Whole time they got the banner of diversity, but even in the instance of going out of the country where people are down with down with taking a little bit less, you still let the corporation inside you. You still let that capitalism and other stuff in you hit somebody else over the head. So for people to sit here and defend these corporations, and I know this is what I do, I just rant about stuff. It's all over the place. So for somebody to come out and be like, hey, you know what? You this and that, and storytelling diversity and social progress, ain't no social progress. There will always be trifling, messed up stuff amongst people. And to act like there isn't is a damn lie. That's always going to be the case. One thing, and diversity is one of them lies. It's one of them lies that these corporations use, and they put the little cap on. Whole time they doing people dirty money wise behind the scenes. They taking the stuff from them, going somewhere cheaper to get the stuff created. And the reason why I say there's always going to be that is because even like I grew up reading the Bible a lot, and I don't really ascribe. I'd read the Bible, I'd read the Quran and stuff like that, but I don't really ascribe to any religion. But I would read these things, and a lot of the stuff is kind of stuck with me. Other things is like, I'm gonna live my life. I keep what works for me, and I throw away the rest, like Bruce would say. Um, but Bruce Lee, but Jesus will talk about how there's always going to be poor folks among you. There's always going to be homeless among you. Doesn't mean not do anything. No, not necessarily. But to believe that it's not going to be around you and it's not going to be that. mm. So these corporations take it, put it on, and put the cape on and run with BS. But the whole time, these black other people and all these other creators aren't being paid correctly with the things that they're bringing to the table, while somebody else is being paid. I don't care about representation and all that other stuff. You know how you can represent these people correctly? Pay them. Pay them correctly. Pay them people in the Philippines that you going and getting cheap labor from and then throwing them off to the side. Pay them correctly. Then there's people in the front that want to argue about, is it political, is this and that? But the whole time they taking these people's IPs or whatever and then throwing it to nothing. So I mean, but this whole I'm not gonna play all of it because that's their video. Hell, if they want to talk about it, we can get up together and we can talk about it. But I'm not gonna play all of it. And I'm going to ease into the manga side of it and stuff. And they talked a little bit about manga and stuff. And the reason why manga can get away with doing certain things is because first off, a lot of white people do see Japan and these Asian countries as something that they could kind of work with. Why? Because of racist history and stuff, and because biological reasons. We can go into that some other time. But they see these countries as honorary Aryans and stuff like that. So they're like, hey, everything is good with them. And they don't because Japanese don't have a bunch of black people that they're consistently around. Not that black people aren't there and not that black people have never been there. But when they create, they have a bunch of characters that look white. And that's a whole bag of worms of racism to open up later too. But they don't see that. So a lot of them will turn to manga and stuff and be like, ooh, look at this. They don't have no woke stuff in it, and it's not political. But the truth of the matter is, manga and stuff is always and always will be political and always will have these stories. It's just that with them, they are a lot better at not ham-fisting it in. All kind of stuff. Like Gundam was about war and stuff like that. Shit. Uh Berserk, one of my favorites, is about war, is about religion, with people just blindly believing things, and then the behind the scenes of what war, religion, and stuff creates. From foreign to say just being blind and being with the church and running around busting people over the head. She can't even really fight, and she don't even fully believe a thing, but she running with these church people and killing heretics and stuff. That's the dangers of blind belief in certain faiths and in religion, or even taking it too far. These things are always political. But if you're not telling a good story and it's not entwined into the story to where I can be like, oh, I can catch that, then it's ham fisted. And to act like, and again, these dudes is talking like that. That's not what's going on. That is what's going on. And a lot of the stuff, because there's so much more content now, a lot of it isn't even super good like that. It's all of it ain't even amazing like that. So we're going to get a lot more of that. But with manga, it's a little bit more. It's better intertwined, and I'm going to stay on Berserk, and then like even with most recent animated JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like Jolene gets set up, and then the boyfriend of hers is playing these stupid games, and they lie, and everybody basically conspire against her. And then she's in prison, and the living is bad. People is doing trifling stuff. It's showing what goes on in prison, like in a goofy anime way. But it can be this is what goes on in prison, and this is how people are treated, and they have a whole corrupt system inside of the prison. But while you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay, this is this is cool. This is all why they do Jolene like that. But all of these things could be going on. All of these things are happening, and you could see that the lawyer is even conspiring against him, and he's playing games. And how did this person get away with that? Stuff like that. Going back to Berserk, it's uh how war and even and even pedophilia. How pedophilia is a horrible thing, and being a PDF is a terrible thing, which it is. That's some disgusting ass shit. But it's showing that and how that can traumatize a young person for the rest of their lives. Like these things are being talked about, and then war being put on children at a young age. Battles and fights and stuff, and how a war industry is an issue. How these things affect people. And these are all political things that people have talked about. The thing about manga is that it's a story. It's just being told. It's not somebody telling you, yeah, you know that's wrong, and this, and that, and this, and you shouldn't be doing that. And if you don't believe that, you the worst person in the world. You this and that. A manga, the characters and these themes and these points are being presented to you, and it's like, hey, do whatever you want with it. Like there's people that'll say that Griffith did nothing wrong, and and that and that and that he I'm watching this old lady. I be worried about it. I help her sometimes. She's next door to me, and I help her with like in like snow and ice. Sometimes she has a lot of people to help her, but sometimes I've had to help out a little bit. I'm like, okay, hope everything is good. But uh, these they're not being ham fisted at you. So it's like, oh, I'm this and that. But there's always been gay people in anime and manga. There's always been transgender people in anime and manga. It's just that the stuff ain't being ham fisted into you. I hate the representation of black characters. It's gotten a little bit better, and I'm not one of these black people that's like, it got a little bit better, so now I should start pop locking. No, you know what black people look like. You know what black people look like. Um, but the reason why outside of the the racist part is because we're getting these themes and we're getting these understanding through these parables stories like Jesus and stuff. We're getting it, and we're like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. You're telling me this, not you need to do this, and it needs to be this way, and you're wrong if it's not that way. Then you're like, okay, so what am I really being told? But it is what it is, right? So I'm not gonna stay on that too much longer. I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna mess around with some gaming game and stuff, and we're gonna do some things like that. I need to get my daughter to see if she can give me some water. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna let that be. And I'm gonna get to what's that? Oh man. So I've been seeing people. This is so funny to me. I've been seeing people talk about like uh Marvel versus Capcom and stuff. So I'm gonna mess around with some Marvel versus Capcom real quick. And I'm probably gonna play Wukong, but it is what it is. I'm gonna play Marvel vs. Capcom. And the wild thing is like I haven't played it in a while. I haven't really got to sit down and play it, but uh, we're gonna mess with it. We're gonna mess with it. Let me get all this stuff set up. Let me see. So I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna leave them where they at and let them do their thing. Let's see. Let's see what my headset. What my headset. Let's see. Let's see.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics.
The wild thing is, I haven't played this online. I haven't played this online in a while, so I'm going to start offline because I understand the type of beast that this is.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes.
Let me see. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm like, there's certain people. And first off, Sentinel is one of my favorites. I don't care what none of y'all say. Sentinel is one of my favorites, but I haven't played. There's some people I haven't played with in a long time. Let me see. So let me get to them first.
Select your assist type. Select your assist type. Select your assist type. Select your assist type.
How? None of these people are like my true to the party people. Like they're just people I pick with. Like I just play with separately in a party. This is not a party I'd really get down with. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mookie. Daughter brought me water. The one thing that, like, the one thing about Guile was that it was a lot easier for me. I would use Guile more on the ground. Like I wouldn't do too much air stuff with Guile. So I didn't like the fact that it took so long to his uppercut and stuff. I didn't like the way it came out. Because I was like, okay, I'm pushed away a lot of times. And so I was like, eh. and his kick didn't work the way I wanted it to. So usually I do that. But it wasn't Guile that like. Yeah. Did I pick the right one? Yes. So let's do it. And Bison, he was one of the ones that I would play with on here, but he was never really one of the ones that I'd really get down with. Okay, so I was wrong. That should be one of my go-to. I could have sworn that I could do that. Let me see. There were moves going on that I could have swore I could do in the air and stuff like that. I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I really like that. Like, that's not really my thing. That's not really my thing. Now, Jill was one of the ones that I did. Yep. The problem is that one of the problems is that I always sucked at that I would do that a lot. I would hold on to the button, and then by the time I'm jumping, I'm so I would just do something like bang, bang, bang. So it is what it is. It is what I have to get before I just jump up and be like, hey, I'm gonna go online and play and beat, man. That's why I don't understand why some of y'all just getting online. They jumping in there like this gonna be a friendly game. People in this game have always been nuts. Even in the arcades, like I'd be in the arcade playing, it was the worst. And it's like, these people are crazy. See, that's like, this just this thing that I do, and it's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's not the game, it's not, I just always, I jump. Like now I want to do it correctly. See that right there. That's part of the reason why I play with a lot of the charge characters, because I don't have to worry about like doing that, like hitting it, and then somehow I just go right up under. I'm like, oh god. When I play with Guile, I don't have to worry about all of it. Let's see. What was all right, boom, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know that. Like, I'm not concerned about any of that. I could have swore I could do that in the air. Oh well. But yeah, that's why I play with a lot of the charging characters, because I can just go bang, 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 and I don't have to worry. About, oh my god, I'm going to throw fireball or something. Now, does that severely limit me? Yes. Yes, it does. But you make up for it. You're like, hey. You just make up for it another way. I just got to get it to connect correctly also. Okay, there's that one. So yeah, Gaio is still one of my guys. Like I can still feel how to mess around with him. Jill, I see why I didn't do as much with her. That would be my front guy though. He'd be the one that I'd be doing most of the damage with, and I'd use people like, let's see.
Select your heroes. Select your assistant.
What was the other ones? It's been so long. Just so long. I know Sentinel was one. His ground type, I really like that. I can't remember if it was Cyclops. I can't remember if it was Cyclops or not. I cannot remember.
Gotta get rough. Get ready to kick butt. Engage. Team Spice, come on! Team Spice, come on!
Guile's still my guy. Like either way, Guile's still my guy. Cyclops. My reasoning is like I haven't played it in so long that I'm like I don't remember who I used to play with. I'm for that trash.
Your turn.
Sentinel was always my guy, like even in the other one. But they made him so different in here that I used to hate this. Also, I used to. What is it? Oh man, let me see if it still works. Maybe not. I don't think I can do what I think I can do. That motherfucker had some reach on that. I remember back in the day, this is bop me. Bop folks in the head, but like, just because of the reach that it had. All right, then. What was it? I'm trying to remember. There was a certain. I probably have to go online and look at it. There was a certain type of combo that I would use that I could knock them in the air, and then maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. So disregard that. That was one of my go-tos. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Alright. I always thought it was something else. I was obviously just doing it wrong. Let me see. Nope, that ain't it. I think I am completely off from what I thought I was doing. Unless it's just come on, you. Alright, man. Alright, whatever. So I am very basic with sitting on his but he is definitely my keep away. there was somebody else that I feel like I'm missing, and I do not remember them to save my life. Who I would play with. I mean, Cable was one of them if I really just wanted to play people with. I need to see who this other character was. There was somebody else. Guile. Guile. Sentinel. Guile. Sentinel. It was somebody else. The old man in me is kicking in, and I don't remember who I used to play with all back in the day. I may have to get somebody else. Was it Captain Commando? Maybe it was Captain Commando. Let's see. It was always anti-air. Like, people play with Psylocke, and I've always liked Psylocke, but I've never been good at with her. Like, I've always liked her in the games, but I've never been good. I used to mess around with Magneto a little bit, but I just could not do the things other people did, so I usually stayed away from it. Was it one of these two? Let's see. I'm just trying to see who I used to mess around with. That's all. That's all. That's all. May have been. May have been Captain Commando just for his assist though. Yeah, it may have been. Let's see. I don't think I mess with Meryl too much. Like I think I played with her when it first came out, and I would fool around with her, but it wasn't. And not saying that Meryl was good. I don't think she was one of the ones I really messed around with. Yeah, I don't think Meryl was one of them ones I was doing a bunch of stuff with. No, I don't. Not that I couldn't learn how to play with them, but I don't think those are one of the ones I was really messing around with.
Select your assist type. Select your assist type. Select your assist type. Select your assist type.
Let's see. I think it may have been Tron.
The battle for survival begins. Engage.
Oh yes. I believe I think I found it. There we go. I couldn't remember. I was like, who was it that I played with? Yep, it was her. It was. So much so that I hated when they changed her in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, okay. I remember that. Okay. Yeah. I was like, it's like something ain't. Let's see about. Play. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I didn't know this was gonna be hard, but it is what it is. Let's see.
Select your heroes. Select your assist type. 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 Select your assist type.
Probably shouldn't pick the Japanese version. If this is going, I'm gonna get through this game, and I'm not going to do this again. If this is going to start being wild.
Ready to kick butt.
Oh, it feels so weird. That feels so weird. Oh my goodness.
You got that killer instinct.
I mean, I guess we could go again. Oh,
Select your heroes. Select your assist type.
What I
Select your assist type.
cool decision.
Select your assist. Select your assist
What I
type.
expected.
Select your assist type. Select your assist type.
I don't like my connection. I don't like my connection.
Get ready to kick butt. Engage.
I'm a member of STARS.
Eh. I don't like my connection. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. I think I'll leave that alone. I'll come back to that. Actually, I'll just go ahead and go back to Black Mirror.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection.
There's a lot of stuff I wanted to do on here that I have not done yet, so I'm like, let me go back to this. Let's see. Oh, I gotta get me some yogurt. Go ahead and get back to this daggone game because I have not. So I haven't played enough of Marvel vs. Capcom. Like I've played that game forever. Did I not rest? It doesn't look like I did. I just turned it off. That don't. All right. So I don't remember where I'm supposed to be going, but we're gonna do this anyway. Don't even, cause I beat the big head Buddha guy after about 15, 20 tries. But it is what it is, right? Let's see what we got going on here. When you so used to playing certain games where I can fall, and in this one, you cannot. Can I fall if I do this? Nope. They will not let you fall at all. Okay then. This may not even be the way. Let me see. See if I can hear what's going on. I didn't need to necessarily hear anything in that other one. I hope this is the way I'm supposed to be going, because I have no idea. But let me see. Let me see. Okay, it doesn't seem to be another path anywhere.
Keep quiet. You don't want to set off that beast. In the backyard is Black Wind Guai's ally. Calls itself Lingshutsu. Considering your strength, I suggest you get away while you can, little monkey.
Like, player, why you just leave me hanging? Go boy said, I am out. What is these? That was necessary. All right, let's see. Huh. Okay. Oops. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Oh God, that's a lot. I wasn't paying attention. Goofy ass. All right. Okay, I thought it could stack like 10 times or something.
Once you pass that gate, there's no turning back.
It is what it is, old man. I want to see if I can learn his moveset, because I'm probably going to die this first try, but I want to start doing better. Being... Come on. Does he call some of his homies? Ooh. Get up, homie. Okay. Okay. One of the things I've been like with Dark Souls, Dark Souls, like Elden Ring and stuff, trying to get better about learning the characters, their move sets. So I just be going in, and I never know what's happening. So let's see. Okay, this is new. No, sir. Don't do that. Come on. Oh, shit. Hey, okay.
You surprised me. Now that it's there, you might as well take a good look around. A great pill, the Black-winged Guide gifted the wolf. Finding it would be a deserving reward for that fight.
Wait, why can't I get it? So that I killed him. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at, like, even if I lose the first fight, I'm like, let me see if I can start getting these attack patterns down. So I noticed that in like Elden Ring and in the Souls games, I would just run through and be hitting people and kill them, or like I'd lose and I wouldn't take the time to learn it. So the first fight, I usually try to see if I can get those attack patterns down. It's bad enough I panic roll all the time. And since on here there's no shields, I'm definitely no shields are blocking, I'm definitely at a disadvantage. So I'm like, okay, slow down, Playboy, and learn these move sets. Let's go back this way. Bridges of the land, max increases maximum health. Okay. Good shit right there. Good shit. Good shit. Always my go-tos. Dang. Always. Souls game, vitality, and it's always what I go to first. I try the other stuff and then I just get beat up. So I'm like, let me just get my health and stuff straight. Could be doing it completely wrong. I don't care. This bothers me to be beating up on the werewolves. I'd rather be the werewolf man. Let's go this way. Who that is?
Come closer and feel. Noble blood doesn't prey on travelers like you.
Oh, it's a horseman.
You don't look like a Yaogwai from these parts. Have you come to earn the Black Wind King's favor? Hear me. That bear is but a hollow shell. He can grant you nothing. Don't waste your time on him. He lies about cheating death and even the treasures. His followers are, all of them, deceived. Blackwind Gwai is a sly one. He preaches virtue with a heart full of greed. Oh, I wouldn't entrust him with my plea.
Okay.
I don't know why you are here, but you should be vigilant. Now, I'm pressed for time. Fare thee well, then.
Is that it?
I don't know why you are here. Now, I'm pressed.
Alright, player. I was tempted to see if I could hit him, but I don't think I really want to do that. Look like I'm probably going to have to bring him something back. I ain't nobody. Keep pushing R2 and R1. Oh, damn. I was say, what my dude pick up? Naked mushroom. Okay. Let's go over here first. Oh, this motherfucker again. I think the last time I ran into that dude, he poisoned me. See something? All right. Okay, I guess there was no reason to go up under there. Let's get up out of here, man. This guy here. I looked like he was kicking it at the enter spot. Oh, I can go back here? Oh, shit. The hell is that? I shouldn't have went down there. I couldn't tell what old boy was, or girl, or whatever. I did not mean to go that way. What? Oh well. The I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. Oh, Lord. Okay. Shit. I don't want to jump down there just yet. I'm all for being adventurous, but eh. I already don't feel like I should be over here. I don't think I should jump all of. Is that a lizard man person thing? I feel like I'm going to get murdered somewhere around here because I'm like something in my gut, in my gaming gut, is telling me to go back. Like just go back to where you were at, and maybe there's a different way. Maybe I went the right way because maybe I don't know. This is the bridge I saw from over there at the save point.
Have you seen those nameless souls adrift on your path?
Show
Their
hands.
wheels float aloft, never to fade. Shame, your god serves little purpose, and mine answers solely to me. I know a way to guide the souls, mend their paths, and set them free. It will aid you. Now, this is better. This gourd, though humble, may save the lost, banish their obsessions, and guide them.
What that mean is. The kind of wise master, the next one, and the art of spirit absorption, the focus of the mind for divine, like a divine capabilities of all to absorb the lingering wells of spirits left behind but familiar young gods who have been defeated.
For one as destined as you, there can be no turning back. We are like tumbleweeds, drifting through life, with a destiny beyond our grasp. Fair sights fade, but with ink I bid them stay. The road has claimed you, now you must see it through. Your heart will guide you further. We shall meet again. Fair sights fade, but with ink I bid them stay. The road has
I always talk to them until they start repeating themselves.
your heart will guide you further. We shall meet again.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was the bridge that I saw. I was just about to say, do I have to go get the Wandering White, that purple spirit thing that I got from him or it earlier? Because I couldn't remember if I had to go all the way back to get it. How do I put the other ones on? Hmm. Okay, how do I equip these other ones? Let's see. Okay, do I just... Wow. Okay. R2 and L2. I had no idea. Okay, it's just down there. Okay, okay, okay.
Fair sights fade. The road has claimed you. Your heart will guide you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard, oh boy, okay. Like, when this dude gonna get up? Oh, they trying to jump me. I don't like that at all. Good thing it doesn't take too much to kill those skeleton dudes. Man. Oh, he poisoned me. Okay, so the snake man poisons. Jesus, I should have knew that, huh? Okay. Just gotta go back. Oh, what the hell? Okay, so I shouldn't touch all them things? Dang. That was interesting.
This humble one's name is Guangmo. Should my demise come by your hands, please pass this message to my master. Searching for deity, mortals do aspire. Craving immortality, Yao Guais surely will conspire!
Player.
Greet our visitor.
Oh, I'm gonna get stomped on this one. I'm going to get beat up. I'm going to get beat up. Don't get bust over my head. I don't like that. I don't like that poison. I don't like that. I don't like it. I did not think they was gonna have a villain that was gonna bust me upside my head with a poison that quick. Well, a boss, but you know how I go. Whatever the little small villains, the little henchman dudes got, usually that's what the boss gonna have. So shame on me. I wonder, can I just run through this? Let's see. Let's see if I can just run through it. Yeah.
possession obsessed. Heck, you are just like him.
Like, player, I would have.
Guanju? I remember now. The evil monks abetted Elder Jincha to burn the great sage and tongue monk alive. That's these two. I thought they were already turned into ashes by that fire. Who would have thought they had turned into Yaoguais?
Oh, okay. That's telling me where to go. So I'm gonna go over here first. Some of the stuff looks like I can go to it, but I can't, I guess.
I have an ominous feeling. After the bell rang, it seems as though the resentment in the depths of the mountain has grown. Ah, forget it. Overthinking won't help. Your presence has already made a mess in the mountain. Why not go ahead? Take them out, once and for all.
I was about to say, all that don't matter. Everybody here know I'm here. No. I'm not doing any of those things. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so how do I? Is it me or is it not telling me how I like equip and stuff like that? Maybe I'm missing something. I'm silly. I'll miss stuff like this. Oh, Okay. So can I? Let's see. So how do I switch them? Okay. All right.
These snake guys are nothing to fear. Snake gall steeped in drink, though, makes a fine tonic to flush malady. Here, here, young friend. Be my guest inside.
Sam, where's you going? I'll go after you in a little bit. Tiny piece of gold.
Well, well. I'd stake you're one more monkey from Mount Huaguo. I've met many of you. By rank of birth, you all ought to call me forefather. But I'm just an old monkey.
Yeah. Let me go look first.
If something catches your fancy. You need a fine gourd to drink from. I'll fetch you a fitting one.
All right, playboy.
Remember, young friend, a sip makes one tipsy, many sips make you hammered.
What kind of man? That monkey nigga tripping. Yeah, this don't look good. A little too wide open for me. Other hand.
Hailed bird, what dimmed your shine? Past's grip beyond our grasp. The future we may still clasp. Late is the hour, young one, in which you choose to stain my tranquil abode. Pray tell, to what end do you seek? Gentle, yet it engulfs all, the power of Wukong. Can you feel its... Unfit as I believed.
Okay. This one might be a problem. Oh, God. This one might be a problem. Where am I at? Let me see.
Summon deeds.
Oh, the water is hitting me. I'm tripping.
A ripple awakens, not without a
It's like I can't dodge once I'm standing in front of him. Like,
denying fate means gentle, yet it engulfs all.
I actually thought I was dead. When he was laying on the ground, I actually thought it was over with. Let me bust me in my head. Let me turn this off. Oh, fuck it. It's a little hot in there. Let me just go darker. Just be blacker and more darker for a little bit.
And live, summoned by deeds.
Get up, homie.
As unfit as I deemed.
Yeah, this might be one of the ones where I get beat up and I have to stop and come back to because, oh God, I just gotta laugh at the pain. Hey, Jesus.
You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am.
And get up. I did not mean to use two.
you far, imposter.
Almost. Almost. Almost.
A ripple awakens, not without Is it engulfs the power of water? Can you feel its unfit as I deemed?
Going to give me problems. It's already giving me problems. Somebody going to. This already is.
A ripple awakens, not without
Get up, player. Yeah, this might be one I have to come back to because he kick it all up in my ass. Oh man. too far. I believe I'm staying too far away from him too. Damn. I feel like his quick attacks, like I get close to him and I'm hitting him, and then he'll eat those, and then I'll get stuck, or he's just popping me. I'm like, oh God. Yeah, I may have to come back to this one. Get off of me. That's the one that, you know, get me. Damn. Yeah, y'all, I may have to come back to this one. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much more time doing this. At least not right now. Not right now. Not right now. It definitely ain't. I know that I have like a bunch of missed opportunities, and
A ripple awake, not without a stir. Reflect upon it.
I was like, okay, if I hit this dude one more time, I may be able to get him and get up out of there. Problem is, I keep thinking I got some type of super armor where I can jump in the air and knock him out, but he knocks me out of my combos. But I think I can fix that. Okay, let me try this again.
Summon.
Let me see something. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'll do this one more time and then I may have to call it quits. And the next playthrough, I'll go and power up some stuff and get everything together, cause how the hell he get over there?
And bliss. Summon. Be still. You are nobody.
All right, I'm call it quits for now. What I think I'm about to do is go ahead, reset, do some stuff, and get this get some more points to level up a little bit. I just kind of ran through that spot. I know where to go get a couple of souls or whatever, and then maybe adjust my points a little bit, or just get some more and put it into some other ones because I feel like he's breaking a lot of the stuff that I need to do, and I don't know if I can. Let's see real quick. Hmm. Okay, I like that. I like that. I was not paying attention that jumping takes cost stamina. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Okay, yeah. I'm about to come back and do all that later. But yeah, I appreciate y'all kicking it with me and everything. I'm going to get off here. I'll probably try to do this again a little bit later. So, yeah,